How are you?
Good.
How's 2025 treating you?
It's been a mixed bag. 2025, I'll say it's been good in the sense of it's kind of forcing me to turn inward and like change from the inside
Oh yeah.
out,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that way with myself
Okay.
of like stuff I'm working on.
Yes.
It's like it's weird as you get older of what's like important to you
Yeah.
and the time you spend with like yourself, being able to sit with your feelings and emotions,
Yeah.
like not being reactive and kind of just like, where's this putting me? And like wanting to be better with like your future, thinking about what can you do now. I feel that.
Yeah. It's like sometimes life kind of forces you. It's like stay
Yeah.
and be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Let's see where that discomfort takes us.
Yeah.
Instead of just going through the like same motions over and over. And sometimes I think we resist change
Yes.
because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm like kind of going through this like goop phase right now, where life is like, nope, we're outgrowing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The uncomfortableness. I feel that
Yep.
like in my workplace, there's a lot of stuff going on, not a good, like good stuff. And thinking about leaving my workplace, and that doesn't feel good. I want to stay there long term, but there's just some people that want to force their like ideas and the way they want to do stuff. So it doesn't feel like I want to be a part of that. So,
Yeah. Like not authentic to you.
yeah. Like me in the workplace, I love my job. But wanting to do that and support someone that doesn't align with me just doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's just weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird thing to have to like, okay, so what action should I take
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like supporting yourself when you have to make those decisions on your own.
Yes.
It feels weird.
Yeah. It does feel weird. Being a grown up is weird. I turned 35 in December and I was like, that's when it hit me like, I don't think age is a real thing.
Yeah, it doesn't
Being a
feel
grown
like
up
it.
isn't real.
Yeah.
It was all a lie.
Like that inner child is still there.
Oh,
I just like
100%.
get older and
Yeah.
things just happen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm just experiencing more life, but I'm still like 15-year-old me.
Yeah, me too. Same humor, same hobbies, same
Yeah.
desires.
Yep.
Just in an older body,
Yeah.
having to navigate life is weird.
Totally. So weird.
Do you have any goals that you're working towards right now?
So let's see. This year, I teach yoga.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to be a little bit more independent with that. Just my struggle is like promoting myself
Oh,
and
okay.
what I do to put like my message out there so it reaches more
Yeah.
people who may relate. And I know that's something that's really important to me. I think I have like a unique message for what I've just been through in life, and
Yeah.
that could reach people. But I do tend to hold myself back from putting myself out there.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think it's more so like the rejection wound that
Yeah.
I'm trying to outgrow. And so that's a goal, is just to promote myself a little bit more, like promote my message, I guess I'll
Yeah.
say. And let's see. I'm going to be moving. So a big goal of mine, just into like a new place. I'll still
Yeah.
be in Utah, but a big goal. So home has been really like a key theme of mine so far this
Yeah.
year, of like what feeling at home means to me and how can I take that with me everywhere that I go.
I love that.
Thanks. Yeah. So that's something that's felt important, and there's so much just like forced change. So I'm going to be moving out, and so I've been in my apartment for a few years now, so it's like all cozy. And
Yeah.
I'm moving out of that, and so now how can I still feel at home even if I'm going somewhere physically new? And stuff like that. And I also work a full-time job with Wells Fargo, and so I kind of want to put myself out there a little bit more to help with. I really like teaching and training, and I like hyping people up or
Yeah.
like helping them feel confident that they can do what they can do.
Yeah.
And so trying to put myself out there a little bit more for that too. So just like little changes. I try to keep things a little easy on myself this year.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I feel that like even the stuff I'm doing, it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, how do I ask people for something that I want to do for myself?
Okay.
And like getting all walks of life. I like just knowing more about the people around me or my friends' friends. And like, it's important to me because I feel like I add value to my friends and supporting their friends as well. Like the stuff that you have with yoga, I would like to do that one day. Cause like, it's on my list of like, man, I'm terrible at it, but I want to do it because I feel so like it's one of the things I lack is flexibility. And I would love to work on that, like bettering myself long term. Like my health is important right now, exercising, and just like the stuff I find value with my hobbies and like here. And it's nice being in this house, like having Sydney and Marcus and my brother kind of just be around. We're present, but we may not see each other all the time, but it's comfortable. And if I'm moving out sometime in the future, it's going to be weird not having just people. Like I'm used to voices around or footsteps and stuff. Stuff like that scares me, but it's necessary. Growing is hard, but it's necessary as a person. So I feel that.
Yes, totally agree.
What drives you to get up every morning?
Ooh, good question. What drives me to get up every morning? I mean, I've been forming this deep relationship with spirit and life and just like connecting, like being a member of life. And I know that I'm going to, most likely I'm going to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
At this age that I find myself in right now. So I'm going to do it anyway, right? And so a big thing that drives me is like, okay, with whatever comes my way today, leaving that moment better than it had arrived at the least. And so I think that like makes me feel like I'm like participating in like everything.
Yeah.
No matter what comes up. And so that's something I think that I find really valuable in like a goal, like how I choose to wake up and what I choose to do with that.
Yeah,
gift.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that constantly learning. I don't even want to mention like work because it's like a thing that I do to pay the bills, but that's not like what like stimulates me.
Yeah.
I mean, paying the bills is nice, but
yeah, security.
Yeah, security is good, comfort.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I'm a really big fan of like, as much as I love comfort, I know that it can be debilitating if we rely on it. So I really like to try and push myself out of my comfort zone. So really just starting my day like just being open to whatever comes up.
Yeah.
And leaving that open-ended and just making sure with whatever that is, like I said, like just leaving those places a little bit better than maybe, or not worse. Don't leave it worse than when I arrived at the least.
Yeah, I get that. It's a bit hard to not get comfortable like in stuff. I'm used to, like I'm a creature of habit. I like doing the same stuff. But there are times where I'm like, am I living life? Am I doing what I want to do?
Yeah.
Some days I'm like, I don't have it in me. I'm just going to get through the day. And the other days I'm like, I want to do this. I also want to go here. I want to do these things. That adds value to my life and my friends. Like I see them every once in a while. And like, it's always like yesterday I saw them, but wanting to enrich my friendships. And it's hard because everyone has a life and stuff going on. And like, I never put my expectations of how I carry myself on others. And like everyone has their own kind of journey in life and things happen. Like people cancel plans and things. I'm like, that's okay. Like things just happen. And being okay with that for myself is hard because I feel like I disappoint myself by expecting too much, and that's hard to live with for me. So I try to not have any expectations on stuff. It will just happen, and I will remember it for what it is, write in my journal, or have memories attached to whatever I'm feeling so I can look back at it later. Like a lot of these things that I've recorded with everyone, I still watch sometimes. I like to listen to my friends talk and hear about their lives going on or what they're passionate about. Like, I think it's nice to see passion in people's lives.
Yeah.
It's really
kind
cool.
of contagious even a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Like you can see how their brain functions of how involved they are with this one specific thing.
Yeah, I love that.
And I want more of that in my life with everyone. Like to try new things, to get out of my comfort zone, to be like, I've never tried that, or I've never thought of it like that. Let's go. I don't know. Whenever you have free time, if I have free time, I'm all about it. If you like I used to pride myself on last minute decisions to go do stuff, and I haven't done that in a while. Used to have like all of my friends of, do you want to go here? Do you want to go do this? I'm like, sure, why not? It's a bit harder now to do that since everyone's kind of, living their life, going to work, being tired.
Being a grown up.
Yeah. Yeah, having the energy is hard sometimes. I'm like, I would love to go do that, but I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm like sleepy at like 10 o'clock. But
Yes.
if I prepare enough time, like if it's something on Saturday or Sunday, I'll like take naps or just like very minimal effort, just feed myself. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to prepare myself to stay out late tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Get home early in the morning. I'm like, man, like it's hard to recover, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fun. It like brings up that like, like when you're doing things. Well, it's true. I have to like kind of mentally prepare myself. I'm not as spontaneous as I used to be, but that's still like in me.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's still fun like when you get that little part of you out.
Yeah.
Even though like your recovery time hits different.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. You're like, well,
So now
that
I
old day's
think,
gone.
okay, we
Yeah.
know what we're getting ourselves into. Let's make sure, is this worth it?
Yeah. Or doing 2 days in a row, man, that it's hard.
Yeah, no.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah. Sometimes I get FOMO of not being in my bed.
Yeah. You're like, all right, I'm tired. I had my fun, and then like how long it'll take before you get home.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All the things.
Do you have any childhood memories that bring you happiness? Any things you think about like frequently?
Oh yeah. So me and my sisters. So I have my little sister. She wasn't really around. She's like 10 years younger than me. So, but me and Maddie, the middle sis, she's a couple years younger than me. So we were always kind of little rascals, and we spent a lot of time with our aunt, and we never had brothers of our own, but we had a couple of cousins who were boys, and so we were always hanging out with them. And I don't know I remember one time we were younger, and we had a shopping cart that we thought would be fun to ride down a hill, a grass hill in. We didn't get permission from our parents because they would have told us that that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then, and I was the oldest, so I would always try and like manipulate them into like doing things.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you guys should do this first. And they all went down just fine. They went down this big grass hill just fine. And then I went into the shopping cart, and the thing like starts toppling over. And then I get like caught in the shopping cart, and then we had to tell our uncle. And I love that memory because it was just like instant karma for me, and I earned that. But we were constantly doing things like that, and like always, and we just always like to, I don't know, I just remember just just always giving him shit. Like, you had to have a really strong sense of self and a good sense of humor to be around us.
Yeah.
We really like to, like, wear you down. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just,
that.
like, hanging out with cousins.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to do every Sunday, we had a whole big family in Vegas. And so every Sunday we would get together. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is going to be one of my favorites. So we would all get together and we'd play Kick the Can.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Kick the Can? So fun. And just the whole family. And so I just remember my aunts and uncles, like, seeing them play with us, like, big kids. And that was such a good example to have as a child.
Yes.
That you can still have that spirit, even as an adult. And so I just remember, like, that version of them so fondly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah. And we were all equal. And just
I love that.
Playing games. Yeah. It was,
like childhood spirit of just doing stuff. You like had no real direction. You're like, gather some kids and you're like, let's do this. And you're like, yeah, let's go do it. And it's those memories. I think about stuff of like with my brother, my sister, stuff with my cousins of, we were always getting into stuff, but not telling the adults of like what we were doing.
Right.
Until someone got hurt.
Like we knew.
Yeah. Get in trouble. But it was always worth the risk because then you would talk about it.
Yeah. It's just so fun. No fear back then.
Yeah. No fear for sure. How do you spend your free time?
I spend my free time, I'll be honest, I spend a lot of my free time in my mind.
Oh yeah.
I love daydreaming. I love
that. Me too.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like some days I'm like, man, I really wish I had just like time to just like, just go crazy in there. And so I do like to spend time up in there. And also a lot of my free time, if I get the chance, I love to do yoga. Yeah. Just as like a student, I'll spend a lot of that free time also like planning like my classes and making them intentional. Yeah. I also like to spend free time, like I love binging a good show or like watching a good movie. Or like you, I kind of related to you with like having a strong group of friends, but like not really getting to spend as much quality time with them. I feel lately a lot of the time I've been spending has been with myself, and I don't mind it. Like I like that I feel comfortable being with myself. I know not everyone feels like that, like they can just like be with them. Yeah. And I want to like help them like feel like it's okay to like yourself. Yeah. Or be friends in there. Yeah. But so I've been spending a lot of time with myself. I like journaling and just trying to like.
Love that. Very similar.
Yeah.
I love like time alone. I enjoy the most because then like there's no expectations. Yes. I can go like a whole day not saying a word and just enjoy whatever's on my mind, writing stuff out or just listening to music and just thinking about whatever comes across my mind. Like I sometimes use my dream journal as a writing prompt. So cool. Like I'll kind of continue whatever creative idea comes to mind of weird dreams I've had and then trying to continue with my own story that I make up. So
that's fun. I like that idea. Yeah. Okay. I might steal that. That's fun.
It's fun.
I do like writing.
Yeah. So. How did you get into your hobbies? Like, what got you into yoga?
So an old friend of mine, I went over to her house one day and she was like, you want to try yoga? And yoga was always one of those things that felt unattainable to me because of finances. It can be like really expensive. And so I like didn't even really put any thought into it. But then we just like did a little yoga class on YouTube in her house, and it was just like something that just it was the only thing that really like stuck with me. Like I had a hard time forming healthy habits. Like adulty like healthy habits back then. It was like my early 20s. And so doing YouTube videos. So it was free and I was at home. Like I didn't have to worry about anyone judging me. And so it was just like me and my body and my thoughts. It was like all just like based on like how I'm doing. And from there, it creeps up on you, yoga, in my opinion, where it starts out, maybe you think you're doing something good for your body, but when you're choosing to do something that's good for you, it like shifts something in your mindset and the way that you treat yourself or the way that you look at yourself or like care about yourself, because you're like purposely doing something that's a little hard, but you know it's for the greater good.
Yeah, like longevity.
Exactly.
For your body, mind, and soul.
Yeah, and so it becomes all about that. And I loved that, and I just started learning so much more about me, and also like just about how I like interact with the world. Because I think we just stay very human, but also we're creatures and we're like natural beings. And so I truly believe that. And so like, oh, I'm connected to like the trees, and like you can start like expanding your belief system. I mean, I don't know if I'm really talking to the trees, but I believe I'm talking to the trees. So I would say that's what got me into yoga. And then it really helped with my mental health and my sense of self and confidence. And I really wanted to bring that to others, because if it was something that would call to me, there's got to be others out there. And I really wanted to get the message across that it is more than just a workout or more than just like gaining more flexibility. Like when you say flexibility, I like to think of like the flexibility you're gaining in yoga is showing up, right? Like you have to be flexible just to show up. Because your mind is going to tell you you're not good at it. But like what's good? You know, it's just an opinion that you placed on yourself.
100%. So that's like something I think about. Being good at something is like what you want to do, but the journey to get there is so hard. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, but not like deter yourself from doing something. You believe you can do it, then you can do it.
Right.
And like that growth is something you have to believe as well. There's no amount of conversations or talking to people that will trigger you to do something for yourself. You have to like, okay, I'm going to do that. I want to do that. Then once you're kind of involved in it, you're like, I knew I could do this. I just needed to kind of believe that sense of direction. I feel that. I
love that. That all comes back to the comfort zone and like letting yourself be uncomfortable and doing it anyway. It's the hardest part usually. It's
strange when you convince yourself you can't do something. And it's very easy to.
Totally.
I would stop myself from doing the things I want to do, like some of my hobbies or things I was involved in 10, 15 years ago. And I was just like, I can't do it anymore. Then I'm like, I got to stop saying that to myself and doing that long term, having my self affirmations every morning. Like I can feel like I can do anything. And that feels good. Kind of taking back my body, my mind of like, it was so focused on negativity of my surrounding and things that I kind of just lost about like what was true to me. I was always doing stuff for other people, but what was I doing for myself? Nothing. And I would quickly to be like, well, they need help. It was just like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to acknowledge this. So I'm going to do this. But then when all of this is fine, then I'm like, fuck, I have to.
What's left?
And working through that, it wasn't always easy for me. And spending time to myself was always like internalized self-hatred and things that I didn't like, and thinking about what I could be doing better or not doing any of it. And changing that of like, I don't want to be like that forever. I don't want to be jaded based on my own beliefs. I want to do good for myself and for others. Because we're all here together. Here today, could be gone tomorrow, but I want to know I did my best for myself and my friends and my family. and whatever that looks like. And, you know, when you find that voice and within yourself to like, I want to do that, changes your whole view on everything else.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you're saying, talking to nature and stuff, that feels good, you know, like existing here, but also outside. The world's changing constantly. And it's nice to kind of ground yourself in a world like here today. And just being happy. You know, birds are out and the days are getting longer. It's getting warmer, just to be just outside enjoying. Doesn't have to be anything.
Yeah, simplify it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, I go on walks sometimes where I'm just like, you get so tunnel vision of I'm going to go do that sometimes that you kind of forget what's around you.
What's all a part of.
Kids talking, hanging out. Like, man, that's like stuff we're talking about, like kick the can. The elementary's right there, and just seeing kids hang out, have fun. Yes. Yeah. Stuff like that I feel like adds value to my life. Just people.
I love that. 100%.
Is there any like current events or causes that you're passionate about?
Well, I don't really like to get too political.
Yeah.
So I would say more so just like personally, a big cause of mine is just like mental health.
Yeah.
That's something I still struggle with, but and I think that's always going to be a part of like my rhythm. But having tools, and so to me, it's really passionate, and I bring this a lot in my teachings of like creating tools for like when life is lifing.
Yeah.
So I would say that's where a lot of my passion focuses, is just like helping others like collect what tools that they have to help themselves.
Yeah.
I'm practicing for my Reiki certificates now, and I do a lot of sound healing as well, and so
Nice.
that's been like more tools to add.
Yeah.
That I can like also like give to others as well. So
Yeah.
I think I'm trying not to get too swept up in like all the things that are at this point outside of my control, and I'm trying to keep it more like, what can I give, kind of like going back to like just me. All I can do is like focus on my intentions for like how I treat others.
Yeah.
And how I guess empathize, and like what I'm putting out there. It all really is like, I think I'm noticing everything comes back to intention. Like, what's your intention behind what it is that you're doing? And so that's really where my passions are right now. Like, my passion projects are really with helping others heal themselves.
I love that.
I would say. Yeah.
The world needs more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely feel that stuff I can't control is awful. It sucks to watch.
Yeah.
But building community with people, friends, just like for me, my coworkers, and it's nice to feel a part of other people's lives and to do what feels right, do the right thing.
Yeah.
And there's so much negative energy all around us, and it's equal to put that back like positive. It's say compliment people, just tell, be genuine.
Yeah.
That's a person you're talking to, maybe they're having a bad day. I think about that in the people I interact with in my office. I just like to be nice to people. May come off as whatever to some others, but I'm doing the best that I can. And I don't know, just the stuff I feel like at work is very closely related to stuff going on currently in our in the U.S.
It's not funny. It's like a little like mirror of like what's really going on.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, just want to get through it. Like, I know there's good people out there that will make the right choices in the right direction. It's just holding on. That's all I got is hope.
Yes, hope.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I might have lost my thought, but hope and belief. I've been playing around a lot with the word hope because I think that it sometimes keeps us a little trapped because there's a book that I read by Pema Chodron, and it's called, what's it called? Living Beautifully in, can't remember the full name. I read it a while ago, but she talks about abandoning hope because the other side of hope is disappointment.
Yeah.
And so I've been thinking, but also I love the idea of hope. So I think, is there a way that we can find a balance where we're holding on to hope, but also we're leaving room for everything to go to shit and not turn out the way that we were hoping?
Yeah. I think it's entwined with realism
Yes.
of like hope will get you in the right direction. You want to expect the best, but know that the worst could potentially happen.
Yes.
And you could be disappointed, but what are you going to do with that disappointment?
Yes.
Turn it around and be like, it's okay. Like, I'll get through this. Everything else in my life I've gotten through.
Yes.
Based on my beliefs, hoping that this will eventually change.
Yes. Beliefs.
Yeah.
I've been like, maybe we should focus more on what do we believe can happen and the possibilities of like what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Well said. I like that view. Yeah, definitely.
Any movies that left a lasting impression on you?
Oh my gosh, I just watched, so this one's just fresh in my memory, but I just watched The Monkey.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
It was actually surprisingly really good. It was like, so it's the Stephen King, based off the Stephen King book, and it just had like everything, humor and gore, and it was kind of creepy. That was a very good, solid movie. Lasting impression, like just for me personally though, probably The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was like
good answer.
Yeah, my favorite. I guess like I don't remember because I was young, but my aunt told me like I went through like a Wizard of Oz phase where I like wore that movie out on her. I just couldn't stop watching it.
I love that.
But I really love it. I think it like gave me a sense of like sometimes similar to Alice in Wonderland where like sometimes you have to get a little lost in order to know what home feels like for you and where you feel comfortable. And not only that, but like she had her group, but also she did a lot of finding her way on her own. And she begins a little stubborn, but I think they kind of paint her as like this like fragile young girl, and she goes through this catastrophe, and then she wakes up in this unknown place all on her own, and she still manages to find the support that she needs, and she still manages to find her way, and to stick up for what like she feels is right. And so I love that message. And I think
great.
That really stuck with me.
It's interesting how like movies shape you as a person.
Totally.
Like
love it.
Stuff as a kid I would watch, and then rewatching it later, I'm like, wow, like there's a deeper message and meaning for some of the stuff. I was just like, it's on the back. Like, right. But I love it. Like for me, it's like Fox and the Hound. I love that movie, but man, it is so sad watching that again.
Yeah, that one still gets me.
Yeah. Who do you look up to and why?
Oh, who do I look up to? Well, I definitely look up to. I'd say I look up to my dad a lot because he made a lot of mistakes in my past.
Okay.
And how do I explain? I look up to him because he decided that's not me, And so he worked toward building who he actually is.
Yeah.
So that he could bring that to his relationship with us. And so he really like worked for getting us back in his life, and he made sure to stay consistent with that. And he really showed me, because I was really stubborn with as a kid, of like, if I decide, I just was really good at like making decisions on my own of like, you not right now. And so he really had to work for like, I guess my approval, or rather like me like feeling comfortable to like let him back in. With that, with the steps that he took, it really helped me. I really value that, because it helped me see that people's actions say a lot, but it doesn't say everything about like who a person is, right? Like, everyone's out here doing our best. There's so much. I love hearing people's backgrounds of like, maybe why did they do the thing that they did, or maybe why are they the way that they are. And it goes deeper than just the action. Like, something stemmed from that like your habit or your impulse was to do this. And so it helped me just to be a much more forgiving person, and to see people for more than their mistakes or what you see on the surface. Like, I really want to like get to know you, who you are. And so I really value my relationship with him, because it helped me to see that. And he's just such a great guy. And I'm so happy that he did what he needed to do to like bring that out of him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I love that. Do you have any experiences that significantly shaped who you are today?
Sure.
Now, which one?
Right, exactly. Okay, I will say, so I was with a significant other for like 8 years of my life. And then I found yoga. And that yoga was a catalyst for like me, like transformation. I've noticed is like, I don't think I'll ever be done like transforming and like growing out of and into. And that really developed while I was in that relationship. Me and him got very comfortable, like in our dynamic. And I don't think I was at a place at that time to really question, like, is this my forever person, or like, is this a relationship that's going to help support me in growth? And so I think I was still very like surface level, like I really didn't like dive deep yet. And so, but I had begun that process because, yoga, like it just had me start thinking about things differently. And that was not something, we weren't growing together. And I noticed that, maybe you can relate, when you feel yourself like changing, maybe like your state of mind, but you're with someone who only sees you, who's only known one version of you. It's so tricky to not be that version of you with that person. It's almost like
it's hard. It's like, to them it's comfortable knowing the person that you were, but growing as a person comes with change. And if they don't want to grow with you or change themselves, then you're like, what do I do? It's hard, because like you love the person, but at the same time there's more life left in you. And to experience change is scary with a significant other. Either it'll work or it won't work, and they'll join you with the journey, or going separate ways is hard, because there's so much history involved.
Right.
And breakups are hard, because it does feel like mourning a person, the death of a relationship is
totally
so hard.
It's a real thing. Yeah, definitely.
Like knowing you probably won't see them for a long time or ever, and being okay with that is like difficult when you care about people. When you love being around people, it shows, but then when you have to walk away from people, it's hard. It like weighs on your mind of like, what could I have done better? But really there's nothing you could do better. It's just someone that's like doesn't want it.
Yeah.
And you can't force someone to have that belief.
Right.
If they don't want it, I accept people for not wanting to change, or if they're comfortable, like why should I say no, you have to change?
Right.
And that's hard. So I feel for you on that.
Yeah. It was tricky. Those were really good points. And eventually, you have to decide, like, so am I going to stay in this with the way that things are? Or do I let go of this? It's like you have to kind of rectify with your ego. Like the ego, I think, we decides, oh, this is forever. We're going to be together forever. I already have all that planned out. And then it doesn't work out that way because life just doesn't. And so then you have to like try to make sense of everything you thought you believed was reality is no longer that reality. And I did end up having to walk away, and that was a really interesting experience for me to have, because I really tried to hold on for so long, but it helped me to put myself first, because I wasn't able to bringing out the worst in me, and I knew that wasn't me anymore. And so in order to help me help myself, I had to just make peace with that just wasn't, if this isn't me anymore, then he may not be a part of who I am any longer, and that's okay. Because it doesn't have anything to do with him. Right. It's all about like, okay, well, what's for me? And so I had to like, accept him for who he is. And in order for me to do that, I had to leave, because I couldn't accept him as my other half.
It's like hard to see eye to eye. You want to believe someone will want that with you. And I don't know. It's life is weird during those moments. You're like, where do I go from here?
Straight to the bottom.
It's just like, fuck, everything sucks. And then you get to a point where like you find your voice and mind again, and things go back to normal.
Definitely. Like new normal. And and now I just it was definitely, I mean, life still has its own trials that I go through, but no regrets of that. I didn't want to be in a relationship because it was what I knew and it was comfortable. I don't want to become comfortable in the discomfort. It's
weird what you do for people you care about. To make them feel like happy, I guess, to some point. Like you find value in helping someone, especially with your partner, but there's a lot of weird things that could potentially like ruin the relationship, and having to think through that. Like, I have my beliefs, they have their beliefs. Are we seeing eye to eye? Like you get to a point in your relationship after a year or two where you're like, we are together, but where do we go from here? Everyone has ideas of like start a family or own a home or travel or whatever. And if the person doesn't want to, then that's like immediate, like, how can we see eye to eye after this? And the start of losing that is hard. Been there many times. And like, I don't know, I'm comfortable. I mean, circling back of like that, I think that's why I enjoy being by myself.
Yes, definitely.
I can do whatever I want. There's no The only person let down is me.
Right.
I can live with that.
Right. I always say I always say I'm my most toxic trait is like always directed toward my own self, but I'm okay with that. I would rather put it on me than like anybody. I can help me, but like I don't want to like make anyone else messy.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you have like an achievement that you think about, or like your cherished achievement of anything you've done so far?
Probably being a mom. Because I had started so young. So my son Christian I had when I was 17.
Oh, wow.
And so that feels like quite an achievement because he's pretty awesome. And I had to, I mean, I definitely had help, but how do you have a kid so young and then, I mean, but you're still growing up yourself and teach someone else how to like be a good human being. And so I think I have a really strong mind. I was really like, I'm really grateful for that. It's gotten me out of a lot of like, or it's gotten me into a lot of really good situations, I'll say. And so, and now we have such a cool relationship. And I think that what I'm most proud of is I've always allowed him to be himself.
Yeah.
I know that you can't control another human. You can't control another human. Like you can set rules, but he can't control the kid. Like
I love that. It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Totally. And so in that, I just kind of let him be who he wanted to be, believe in what he wants to believe, and he totally did. And he's just got such an incredible mind. And the only credit I can take is that I just let him like have free range up there without leading him to believe I had any say in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. And so that's my achievement is like just like letting him be himself.
That's great.
And and he did it.
That's awesome. I got through most of the general interview questions. I got some silly ones now.
Oh, sweet. I love silly questions.
If you could be any hero or villain, who would you be?
Oh my gosh. Good question. I want to go with a villain because I love a good villain.
Yeah, me too. That's usually my answer. It's like, I feel like the stuff I do and helping people would very much align with the hero, but man,
right.
Like,
Exactly.
being a villain just to like destroy shit and just like, I'm a villain would be, I don't know. I just think it would be fun.
Yeah. And they always have a really good like complex backstory. Yeah. Like that also goes back to like, they're evil because of why. And like, you know what I mean?
Like a good villain knows how to get his plans accomplished. Just like tear through people and I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not so caught up in like the moralities of everything. They go by their own like
their own code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that independence.
Yeah.
So I can't think of a villain off the top of my head, but I would have to go with a villain if I'm being honest.
That's great.
Just in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be? And the follow-up to that is, where would you go to eat?
Oh, could we go anywhere?
Anywhere. Even tell people, like, if you were to make food, that also is an acceptable answer too.
I'd rather someone cook for me.
Perfect.
Probably get some Thai food, some curry, I'd say.
Yeah.
And who would I? Okay, well, one person would certainly be my grandma Vera. So she passed when my mom was younger, and so I never got to meet her.
Okay.
But I always kind of felt a little bit of like a kinship to her.
Yeah.
And so I would really love to get dinner with that lady. And who else? probably someone attractive, like Ryan Gosling.
Nice. Good answer. Hell yeah. They make a
In my mind,
interesting...
he's single.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And let's see. Who else? That's always a hard question for me. One more person.
Anyone from history, or
Yeah,
it could even be like, I would say from a book, like nonfiction, fiction, any.
Oh, Alan Watts.
Nice.
Because he has such a whimsical way of thinking, but it's also so. Alan Watts? Have you heard of Alan Watts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. And so he has like a whimsical philosophy. I love the way that he explains things. And so I actually would, yes, definitely Alan Watts. I would love to just hear him talk to me about life and give me some good advice.
Yeah.
Me, my grandma, probably Ryan Gosling could use some advice.
I love it.
So those would be my three.
I love that answer. That's great. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh. Okay. I used to always say reading minds. Now that I'm a little bit older, I get a little nervous because if I'm to read minds, I would like to be able to turn it off sometimes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because maybe I don't want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah, like walking somewhere would probably be really loud and be like, ruin your day.
Yeah, definitely. But it would still be kind of a cool control to have.
Yeah.
Also, I would love to fly.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty sweet.
Yes, definitely.
What's one thing most people don't know about you?
What's one thing most people don't know about me? I love that question. Probably that what most people don't know about me. I'm kind of a big anime.
That's great.
Fan.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think maybe sometimes people might judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And but no, I love it.
That's
I
great.
love anime. Yeah.
You have like a favorite one you're watching?
Gurren Lagann is certainly a favorite. Yes. Also, I love Death Note.
Death Note's
so
great.
Good.
Yeah.
She's so genius. Yeah.
That's
And
great.
I talk to my plants. I actually, if one of my plants aren't doing well, sometimes I can be a bit of an emotional person. And I'll cry.
It's hard, like I had plants in my office for a while, and I was so happy for the longest time because they were growing, they were doing well. Mm-hmm. And then just like 1 week they just started to like not.
Right.
And then I'm like, what can I do to save them? Replant them, do everything. I was like doing everything in the book, and then people were like, sometimes this just happens.
Yeah.
Like,
unacceptable.
I don't want it to happen.
Not on my watch.
Yeah.
So I have like singing bowls, and I'll go around my plants and give them some.
I love that. Hell yeah.
So yeah, we've gotten quite close.
Yeah. It's like an attachment. You're
Totally.
like, I want you to grow, buddy.
Yes.
Come on.
Definitely.
If you won the lottery, what would you do first?
Quit my job.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's a very quick answer. I think you're the quickest anyone has ever said, quit my job.
I've thought about it.
I love that.
Yep, that would be
realistically,
my first,
I'd be like, yes, give me. Yeah.
Peace out.
I'd want to like buy some farmland, have like
yes.
plot of land for animals. And,
yes, I have a dream of running my own successful cult, like a good cult,
Hell yeah.
a good kind. And so getting land, that would be a great way to spend my winnings as well. You're welcome to join my cult.
Like a commune where everyone kind of just supports each other.
Yes.
Live off the land.
Yeah. kind of like a commune, but more like a cult.
Yeah, a cult. Damn it! I said cult.
So yes, all proceeds would go toward.
I love it. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, the best compliment I've ever received is someone telling me that they felt very comfortable with me, to like be themselves. That's such a badass compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I would say that. Also, like, that someone once said, like, I have a really beautiful mind. So I really like that because that went, like, beyond, like, surface.
Yeah. It's something deeper.
Yeah.
It's not something you could look at someone and be like, yeah.
Exactly. Like, you really have to get to know that person to know something like that.
Yeah.
So I like that one.
That's
too.
great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game or type of game to play? Board game, video game?
I love games. One of my favorite games. I really like the game. I remember growing up really liking the game Clue and the game of Life.
Yeah.
I still love those games. I loved, I think we used to play over at Maria's, the like Jackbox game.
Oh, yeah.
I love that game because it's like everyone can play.
Yeah.
And it's so interactive.
The humor of everyone together.
Totally. It's so fun.
Like, know your audience and then play into that.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Definitely. So I love games like that. I'm a big game fan. I'll
Like social.
enjoy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's like how it was here. My birthday, we played games and it was enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. See, that's such a fun way of getting everyone together and like breaking the ice.
Yeah.
That's I'd rather go that route than like hoping someone like finds something we can all talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard.
But I love the game of life. I did low key. I used to cheat, so I would get the mansion.
Oh,
like
hell yeah. I just got every time. It just happened. Maybe it's in the cards for me in life. I love it. If you could eat only one food every day, what would it be?
Probably Thai food.
I love it.
Or like specifically curry. I really like curry.
Curry's great.
So good.
Yeah. You like it spicy?
I do like it spicy. Not like overbearing.
Yeah, where it's like...
But I do like a little spice.
I don't like it when it's too hot because then you can't enjoy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like... Some people are, I think they're flexing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you taste anything but heat right now. Like,
the worst part is the journey out is like never fun.
Yeah, you got to plan ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. As an adult man, I can't do it anymore.
Totally.
It's like, since I'm lactose, I can't eat or not eat, drink milk because it will like destroy me.
Yes.
So if I do have like ice cream, I'm like, I got to know where the bathroom is, wherever I'm going. I got to have a plan. What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you?
Funniest thing that's ever happened to me. Am I allowed to talk about anything?
You can talk about anything.
Okay.
So I forgot to tell you, filming this is mostly just for me. And if you want it out to the public, you can, but it doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay.
So whatever you want to talk about.
I'm an open book, but
Yeah.
okay, cool.
For sure.
So one time, me and my sister Madison, we did mushrooms, but we were like only the two of us. No one can be around because back then it was a lot like we were much more like in our heads, like, oh, what does everyone think we look like? So we planned a day to do mushrooms, just the two of us. And it was just so much fun. And so we were in our room and just maybe it won't even be that funny of a story, but I just remember, probably because we were on mushrooms, it was just so hilarious. I just remember we were like, okay. At the time, Maddie was smoking cigarettes, so she was like, I want to go to the store and get cigarettes. So I was like, okay, we'll do it. So we leave the house and we're like walking. we get about halfway and we're just like, ugh, what did we do? This is such a long walk and we're on so many mushrooms. And so then we turn and we look back to like where we came and we're like, we've already gone so far. So we're like, okay, we just have to keep going. And I don't know why. That story just stuck with me. It was just so funny. Like when you get yourself just stuck where like, well, I mean, we might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
We've already gone so far.
Oh, that's funny.
No, yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a good way to look at life too.
Totally.
You've already gone so far.
Exactly.
You just got to keep going.
Don't even look back.
Yeah. Don't even look back.
Don't do that to yourself.
Don't call it quits.
Exactly. Oh, no.
I love that.
Yeah, that was a good memory.
Let's see. Have you ever had a crush on a cartoon character?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I had a major crush on Eric from Little Mermaid. Oh, and the Beast.
And the Beast. Hell yeah.
Big crush on the Beast. Yeah.
That's the real answer right there.
That was my favorite. Before and after he turns back to Prince. He's still a stud.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yes.
I love it.
Like that question.
The real answer,
yes.
The Beast.
It was the Beast.
That's the answer I'm looking for. Mine is I really like Betty Boop.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Snow White when I was little.
Good one.
Roxanne from Goofy Movie.
Oh yeah. I just watched the Goofy movie again recently.
Stuff like that.
She was a little cutie pie.
Yeah. What's your favorite travel story?
My favorite travel story. Okay, let me think of where I've traveled. My favorite travel story. I traveled with a friend. We were traveling to do the hike at Canaryville Falls. Mm-hmm. And it was such a beautiful experience. Like we went, she introduced me to Meadow Hot Springs, and now like I just love that place. So we stopped there first and we stayed in a hotel, and then we did the hike in Canaryville. And have you done that hike? Oh, so beautiful. It's just one of my favorite places.
Where's that?
So it is in Canaryville, Utah. So it's around Cedar City area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it's similar. It's like a mini Zion.
Oh, okay. So
you get all the elements. And so that's just one of my favorite places. And yeah, and so we stayed at a hotel. A guy asked us if we sold weed. I was almost like, okay, you think I'm cool enough to sell weed? And we did have some weed, and we did sell him some weed, actually.
That's hilarious.
I loved it. And then, and we did our hike, and then we drove back, but it just was like, I mean...
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, good company,
That's
good
great.
time.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a little adventure.
I love it. What are you putting off right now?
What am I calling me out?
Yeah.
Let me get my list out. Just kidding. What am I putting off? Probably putting myself out there a bit more in social media. Just being I just want to be more consistent with like little videos of like yoga that people can do at home, or just like sharing. I think I have a lot of I think my brain was made to help others kind of stimulate the way that they think about themselves or the world. And I think that I have like my brain works the way it is so that I can put it out there, like help, like, I never thought about it that way, or things like that. With like heavy topics, or like, and so I think I do myself a little bit of an injustice by not putting my thoughts out there
Yeah.
more.
I get you.
If that makes sense. So I've definitely been procrastinating on that. And my taxes.
The real hard stuff. Yeah.
Definitely that. Yeah.
Man, I feel you. The social media aspects, it's hard because of, I don't know, finding the right people or just doing it.
Yeah.
The consistency is hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm terrible at recording stuff or taking pictures. It's just not in my nature to do that. But I know I want to. It's just reminding myself, like, pull out your camera or record yourself. And then I'm like, it still doesn't feel like natural to me.
Yes.
And I don't think it'll ever will, but I just
Right.
have to get over that feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what's natural is like doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't feel natural.
Yeah. Repetition.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. Yeah. I feel it's almost like a fear of rejection,
Yeah.
right? Because you really have to be quite vulnerable to like, I mean, there's so much like covered up in social media.
Yeah.
And so to put yourself out there just as you are is vulnerable because people will like pick that apart.
Yeah.
And so I think I'll like hold myself back because of fear of rejection. But then I think, it is me holding myself back, rejecting myself.
Yeah. Yep.
Am I rejecting myself by saying like, yeah, anyway. So yeah.
I feel that is like a slippery slope into like, am I saying that to myself? Am I stopping myself?
Right.
And when you put it out and no one says anything, you're like, did it do anything?
Yeah. There's so much. So you have to consider, okay, what really matters? Like, is why I'm doing it. And
exactly.
And it really has nothing to do with, I mean, it's the meaning that's important to me. And so then if it resonates with one person, that's the point.
Yeah.
Or even if it doesn't, that's not the point. It's merely the fact of, I feel like I have a message that I should be getting out of my head.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah.
and if it means something to someone, that's the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. For me personally, it's like letting go of stuff. Ideas and things that come to me, I want to do, but I'm like holding on to it. It's almost like I don't want to let these things go, but I have to find value in letting go. Just because I'm so used to like, but these are my ideas. These are the things I want for myself. Only I can enjoy it. But I'm like, it's okay to let go.
Yeah.
Other people could enjoy it as well.
Totally.
Maybe find ideas or creativity and stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? Just do it. What's the worst that could happen?
Right. Right.
And believe in that.
Yes.
Nothing? All right, great.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, if that's the worst thing, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have a favorite subject in school?
Oh, English. Definitely English. I love writing. I love stories. I love reading. I like to write poetry. And so that was always like whenever we were working on like poetry and writing and being creative, like getting creativity out of your mind into words. I love words.
Me too. I love words.
Yes.
I love learning new words because then you're just increasing how like you convey what you're thinking.
Right. Yeah. And then you just like, I love it. Like just having your own way of speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
People are like, okay.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I love it so much. How do you like to be comforted when you're sad or upset?
Oh, I love that question. Oh, I really love to have a space. I love to have a space where I can just say my feelings out loud.
Yeah.
I'm really good at like learning, how do I want to say? So it's like anything that you're going to tell me, I've probably already told myself. Like, I'm very self-aware, right?
Yes.
So I'm really good at understanding my feelings. I'm really good at understanding, for the most part, like why I'm feeling those feelings. So really I just need a place where I can like say those things out loud, as opposed to like getting advice.
Yeah.
Or like someone saying it'll be okay, or like I know it will be, but right now I don't feel that. So I just need somewhere where I can feel not okay right now.
Yeah.
And I don't need the advice unless I'm asking.
We're the same.
Advice.
I feel the same way too.
I love that.
Like it's hard because you've processed it in your mind, but just like having space to just vent.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a solution.
Yeah.
I know a solution. It's just having the time to express how you feel, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, validating you as a person. Can't solve the world's problems, but the problems that you are facing are real to you.
Yes.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, totally.
I get that.
Yes.
What do you do when no one else is around?
Pick my nose and fart.
Hell yeah. Like a real person.
That's great. I just said that.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah, you know.
Other things. I sing a lot. I'll narrate things that I'm doing in sing song. Like, okay, we're doing the dishes. Even though I really don't want to, that's okay, because eventually they'll be done. And then
I love that. That's amazing.
Sometimes I rhyme. I'll be like, oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I do walk around and do that quite a lot.
It's funny because like I do the same thing just in my head of just like talking
yeah?
to myself or making myself laugh while I'm doing
Totally.
something.
Love that.
Like I know how to entertain myself.
Yes. Yes. That's such a great way. Some days I'll be like, gosh, I'm hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I am never bored with myself.
Yeah.
I love it. Good one.
What would you consider your best physical feature?
Oh, probably my smile.
Ah, yes.
I think I do have a good smile.
Very infectious.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I've got like big brown eyes.
Yeah.
I do like my eyes, but I'd go with my smile. It's probably my best feature.
Yeah. I love it. That's great. What does friendship mean to you?
Oh. So after my friendship, to me means like, to me friendships are like soulmates.
Yeah.
So I've learned soulmate goes beyond just like romantic connection. Like when you connect with like you can be in love with a person who is like a friend.
Yeah.
That's like, friendship is like your soul family, like the family that you get to choose, but they found you, or you found them because it was like meant to be.
Yeah.
And so that is what friendship means to me. Like I love friendships are like how you say, like sometimes we like fall off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't seen each other in a while, but like picking right back up where you belong, or like where you left off because they get it too. Like to me, it's important.
It's like a mutual respect and understanding.
Exactly. That like it's not personal. We're just like doing our thing, and it has nothing to do with like how much I love you.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a safe place that you get to choose those people.
Yeah.
And
totally.
having like-minded interests and like views of life, and you don't have to pretend. You can do whatever you want. Your friends will be there. You'd be like, that's just Leni. She's doing great.
Yeah.
I need more of that in my life. Yeah.
Yes. Totally.
Who was your first crush?
Oh, my first crush. But this is just sweet and innocent because I was just young. It was probably like my uncle, but in like a really innocent way of like, he was like my first example of like, you know, because I didn't always have my dad around. And so he was like this solid, like stable male figure of like what a really good man is. And he's like one of the best guys I know. And so I just think that I was really like enamored by that, like that feeling of like safety and security that he introduced to me. And so
I love that.
I think it was like a little innocent, like that kind of a crush.
Yeah.
So just
when you're like a little kid,
yeah, exactly. Like what an awesome guy, and you know, I just want to be around that. I want like that masculine, like, and so he really did like help like kind of pave the way a bit of for like what like a good solid man would look like, and so I really appreciate that. And so I
love that. It's a good foundation.
Other crushes were like not even
it came and gone.
Ugh,
whatever. Have you ever been on a blind date?
Oh, a blind date? Yes.
How did that go?
It was a really good first date.
And that's it. yeah, that's the best I'm gonna say about that.
So it was the he was the first. So after I ended that long relationship, I took a year just trying to get my footing, and then I started dating a little bit, and a friend of mine introduced me to this guy, and so it was a very good first date, like really exciting, and you know, like everything you would want out of that. And then we saw each other again, but then like I kind of got introduced to like what dating is like nowadays.
Probably not good.
Just interesting. There's just like, I think we're at a place now where everyone is like wounded from past experiences. And I think, not to like generalize like male and female, and I'm not a male, so, but from my experiences, I think when men are hurt, they especially like, that brings out a softness and a vulnerability, right? That maybe you don't want to quite feel. And I think that they do everything they can to avoid getting to that stage where, oh, maybe if I start liking this girl more, like if I start having like real feelings, like it'll be on surface level, that maybe that will lead to me getting hurt. And so they like kind of get like the fun first bit. And then
when it gets too real, they're like, I'm out.
And on to the next. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that was that blind date introduced me to that pattern of things, which was really insightful. I learned a lot from that. So, yeah.
I agree. Guys are jerks.
As a guy
moments. Speaking,
Thank you, Jonathan.
I'm a jerk sometimes. Like, I could admit it. And
girls have their jerky ways too. It's just different sometimes.
Depending on the person.
Right.
But it's hard, you know, being in a place where you're on your own. It's hard to compete with security of yourself. Involving someone is like, you're taking a chance on that person, and they should respect that you want the same. If they're not going to, then it's like, what are we doing? It's wasting my time in the best way of like, I'm not going to say that to your face, you're wasting my time, but that's what it feels like. If you don't want it, then why are we here? Right.
Like, what's the intention? Like, it's taught me to kind of make that clear in my relationships, or in just like getting to know someone is like, I don't know if I'm going to like you after 3 dates, but I know what I'm looking for as far as like what I have space for.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if it leads to further feelings, I'm not going to shut those out. Like, I'm not going to shut out my true feelings because I'm afraid of what might happen. And plus, you always like, there's so much growth and like heartache and letting yourself experience that side of you as well. I think so I try not to let fear overcome possibility.
That's a good way to put it. I believe in that as well.
I love that.
Who's someone you wish you could apologize to?
Oh my goodness. Oh, but I'm perfect.
Yeah. They should be apologizing to me.
No, there's gotta be someone. I won't let myself slide. Let's see. I wish I could apologize to my grandma Mary. So she's no longer with us. She was my great grandma.
Okay.
So my grandma Vera, who I'd like to have dinner
Yeah,
with.
the dinner. Yeah.
Her mom helped raise us.
Uh-huh.
She was this, I always describe her as like this crazy Italian lady. She was those things, but also she did so much for us that I could never have appreciated at that age. We just made things so complicated for her. She raised us and gave us everything, and I don't think we made it easy for her to love us.
Yeah.
And I do feel bad now.
Yeah.
So I do apologize.
Yeah, I do apologize. Yeah. I love that. Getting closer to the last part of the interview. Is there anything you wish we could do together?
I would love to have a game night.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
And I would love to go do yoga.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Great. Perfect.
I love that.
So this last part is questions everyone else has asked. So at the end of it, you get to ask the next person. So you're going to answer all the ones previously from everyone else I've interviewed. And then at the very end, just if you think of a question at the end for the next person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the first question is, what color underwear are you wearing?
Gray.
Relationship goals, if you were in one, what would you want?
Oh, I would want... Relationship goals. I would want a place that feels like a safe space to be yourself.
Great.
Yeah, whatever that looks like on that day.
That is a great, yes, I feel that. If you could travel anywhere with no limit on expense, where and what would you do?
Ooh, I would go to Italy. Yes, and I would do all the things. I'd definitely go to a cafe, check out a beach, eat some pizza, go dancing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everything there is to do.
Yeah, all the things.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was your first amusement park?
Oh, my first amusement park, Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Great. Most people, it's like Lagoon.
Oh, yeah.
Just based on proximity.
Well, I didn't grow up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Make a big difference.
Yeah. So that might have changed my answer.
So it's kind of like a rhetorical question.
Okay.
But who is the most important person in your life, and why do you choose yourself?
Oh, and why do I choose myself? Because that's the most important person in my life.
Yeah.
I love that. I choose myself because I'm just a beautiful person inside and out, and I deserve to be chosen.
I love that.
Yes.
Well said.
Thank you.
How do you show up for yourself? How do you go about showing love?
Oh, also a good question. I'm gonna have to come up with like a really good question. Yeah. How do I show up for myself? That's been such an important thing for me to make sure that I continue to do. So how do I show up for myself? I wake up in the morning and I try to avoid letting my phone be the very first thing that I do.
Yes.
So I show up for myself by connecting to my breath. And I show up for myself by trying to stick to my commitments.
Yeah.
And being kind. So I try to be mindful of what sort of thoughts I'm thinking of me.
Okay.
And yeah, like when I say leaving place better than when I arrived, I also include like my headspace.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good answer.
Thank you.
This one's funny. If the second toe on their foot is bigger than their big toe, is that a deal breaker?
I wonder what that.
It's very specific.
No, So it isn't a deal breaker, but it would be something I notice.
Yeah.
I might poke fun, but we could still hang out.
Oh, that's funny. What in life are you most passionate about and why?
Yoga.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, it's just like all the like healing that comes with yoga is why I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel it. I can see it.
Yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Did you drink water today?
Yeah. Oh.
Water is important. And do you consistently hydrate with water?
Well, I will say, I do keep my water bottle with me everywhere I go, but I don't drink it as often as I should.
I get that. I'm
But
better.
I try to do better.
Yeah, me too.
I know it's important.
Yeah.
I'm not naive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I check myself.
If you could go back in time and talk to your 10-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
Oh, I would tell myself that you're going to turn out to be pretty cool.
I love that.
So don't worry about how you feel about yourself right now. Yeah.
That's a great message.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have you heard of the trolley problem?
The trolley problem?
Yeah.
No.
So it's like a trolley, and it's usually a decision to make whether you save these people or this one person.
Oh, okay.
And which one would you choose? This one is like if you had to sacrifice your family and loved ones to save the world, or vice versa, what would you do?
So, question to that.
Yeah.
So, is the world ending?
So like if you
If I
had to
save
make a decision,
either everyone but my family dies,
yeah.
or my family dies and everyone else is saved,
Yes.
I'm probably going to go with my friends and family.
Perfect. Yeah. You do have a
So
soul.
you're welcome.
Yeah. If you could go back in time, what would you change?
Ooh, like in my life
Yeah.
or
Anything.
Oh, okay.
You could have your hand in anything in history
Oh,
or your life.
okay. I mean, I would love to change, like, Hitler.
Yeah. I think that's like an easy one. I think anyone would be like, yeah, get rid of that man.
Right. Another thing I would change, I mean, I will say I have no regrets. Like, I got really lucky with my kid and just like our dynamic but I probably would, if I could, have changed, just like trying to grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Trying to grow up so fast and like what things kind of transpired with that is probably what I would change, I'd say. Yeah.
It's weird, like as a kid or young adult, you're like, I want to be an adult. And as an adult, you're like, fuck that. It's a trap. Being an adult sucks ass.
This sucks.
Too many responsibilities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't recommend.
I want nap time.
Yes.
I don't know if this will pertain to you, but swig or fizz?
It does. Well, I don't drink soda.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with, I like the word fizz better.
Fizz.
Yeah. So I'll go with fizz.
Great. What color is your toothbrush?
It is like a coral pink color.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you checked in with yourself lately?
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
Maybe too much.
Favorite breed of dog?
Oh, huskies.
Nice. What was your last conflict?
With myself.
Daily battle.
Yes, my last conflict. Yeah. I'd say probably with myself, with my attempts at letting go. Yeah.
Hard. Last question. Is mental health important to you?
Yes. The most important.
Yeah. It keeps you going.
Yes, definitely.
And you have a question for the next person.
Oh my gosh, I definitely want to have a question. Yes, my question is, what is your most favorite thing about yourself?
Should I put things?
Sure.
If they have stuff.
More things, that's great.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. This was so much fun.
So much fun. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, it's been great. So if you know anyone else like that wants to do this, I would be more than happy, because like I want to get out of my comfort zone and talk to new people. So I will talk to anyone. I could talk about nothing forever to whoever will listen to me.
You did great.
Yeah, thank you.
And you have great questions. So definitely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.